Hello and welcome to the show. I'm here today going to be taking a look at Apex Point, a very curious game, this one, I have to say. It is currently quite early, in early access, but it's quite promising, I have to say. I mean, it might already feel a little bit familiar. You will probably get a lot of car mechanic simulator vibes and street legal racing redline vibes, and they're good things. SLRR is a absolutely amazing game. Hell, it's one of the things that kind of got my channel started many years ago. Janky as anything, but it was very cool, and well, this in some ways is kind of a spiritual successor, kind of a modernized one, if you like. It's got lots of detail. The aim of the game is to build cars, tune cars, and go racing with cars. And this is all set in Japan. You have a nice open world to go driving around. I don't actually know how far you can walk before it might get angry with you. Anyway, you start off with 1.5 million yen. I don't know much about the conversion rate particularly. And you start off with a very rusty van. So your options are you can kind of improve the van, you can modify the van, you can try and fix the van up, or you can go and try and earn some money to go and buy some cars. Now, I've got to try and remember, it is in quite early access, and it is quite fiddly to use, I'm not going to lie. So, first of all, to select buttons, you have to, so I'm using mouse and keyboard for this, you have to right-click on the mouse, and then it kind of unhooks the cursor, so you can click on the buttons up here. It's a bit of a funky way of doing things. We have to press, now, is it F to use, F to open stuff, and we can open the cabin. I mean, I love the detail. It looks fantastic. I mean, look at the detail. I don't know if there's a way to crouch or zoom, but there we go. And then if we click on stuff, so we left-click on stuff, we pick it up. Oh dear, I'm a little bit wedged in my thing. And then, but to put it back on, we have to click in here. We have to go. We just click on the part and it installs it. It's a little bit of a convoluted way of adding stuff. As I said, it's early access. I would prefer a more car mechanic simulator or SLR style for adding parts. It's a bit weird. Whoopsie, wrong button. Doing stuff that way, I find, personally. But you get used to it. You figure out the kind of quirks. We can put the cab of that down. So, yeah, we can choose. And we can, if we want to go get some new parts for the thing, for our car, we can go over here. We can get different steering wheels. We can buy an entire dashboard if we so wish. Now, these are your various options in terms of visual stuff, engine stuff. There's lots of stuff. I'm going to presume camshafts V3 are just more aggressive cams for it. Like, I'm going to work on the basis that that's how that one works, maybe. There's all sorts of bits, and, well, these are all the various components of the engines, different gearbox. We can get a 5-speed if we want for it. And then there is many a wheels, many a tyres. Can we get silly tyres? Semi-slick tyres for our van? I feel like that's a good idea. What could possibly go wrong? Here we go. I was just kind of curious to see. So you've got different differentials. You can go for a locked diff or a limited slip diff if you so wish. You've got wheel space, like the detail. And this is what made SLR great. I'm going to use a lot of comparisons, I'm aware, but it is going to be the inevitable thing that is done, and it's in some ways the sort of draw of this. And the other thing, so you've got loads of upgrade opportunities if you want. Now the other idea that I like is it's a used car system. Okay, now this is quite early in development at the moment. Oh, mouse, where have we gone? Occasionally the mouse gets lost. But there is a used car system. So what you can do is you can head to the used car lot and you can find vehicles like this. You can either restore them or you can try and strip them for parts. Now, as you can see, there is a registered option. And this is a curious thing. So there is you can have a car road registered or not. Now, as far as I'm aware, as far as I can figure out, currently there isn't a way to register an unregistered car, if that makes sense. So, while the theory will be that over time you'll be able to buy this for 1 million yen, restore it, and then sell it, and you'll be able to make a profit. Like register it and then sell it, and then hopefully you can make a profit. I think that's the that's the plan. That engine, I will say, the car looks terrible. The engine condition, it looks fantastic in there. That is one of the cleanest engine bay. Considering everything else, it's a very clean engine bay. It is missing somewhat a lot of the interior. All of the interior is basically a missing on this one. Now, this is going to change, of course. That car there is not going to be there tomorrow for example. So at the moment, I mean, I'm half tempted by it, but let's go stick with. We're going to stick with our little van. We're going to stick with the little van. We'll head back to the garage. In fact, let's go for a. Actually, we're going to stick the car on the dyno. Why not? While we are here, so we can put our little van on the dyno. Oh, we need to start the car up. How are you going to press I? There we go. I remember the buttons. Okay, and then we put it into gear. And we have not got very much power. We have 28 horsepower. We are a very powerful little van here. We'll go up through the gears, but so 28 horsepower van. I feel like we can make that work. Maybe. Let's go for a little drive. So you earn money in this game. There's a few ways you can be earning money in this once we get our little vehicle going. So there is a drag race. I mean, we're not really built for racing here. Not gonna lie, it's not very fast. Ooh, careful. It's fine. Yeah, there is some drag racing, there is some drifting, and there is some kind of like circuit racing, some sort of time trial-y stuff to be doing. We could also be earning money doing a delivery, which makes sense considering what we are driving here. Might as well go for a delivery job. So, because we've got like a decent sort of cargo capacity, might as well go and do this, and then we drive around in free roam. One thing I will say is, for reasons that I don't quite fully understand, you can set this up with a controller. I'm choosing mouse keyboard because the idea is you do a lot more in the garage, essentially. You can't really move the camera about, which is a bit weird. It's a bit of a strange choice for a driver. You can look back, and I've forgotten what button it is. There is a button to look back. The driving actual mechanics, I will say, are pretty solid, though. Again, I'm just playing on a keyboard here, but it actually does not feel too bad to be driving around it. Frame rate is for some reason being a little bit funky. At places, I think that might be more to do with recording than anything else. It's normally fine when I was testing it. Yeah, driving mechanics actually pretty solid for a game that is perhaps more aimed at the whole building side of things. I mean, you can see the body roll we get from this, but you would expect a kind of body roll from this. Oh, where are we going? We're going in. Oh, here. I think we can get through. Well, I mean, we probably shouldn't be getting through this. Now, there is supposed to be, and I don't think it's quite in there yet. I haven't seen any sign of it. Oh, crap. There was a railing there that I did not notice. So, the theory is, I was talking about the unregistered cars. If you drive an unregistered car around, you're supposed to be able to get into trouble, basically. I haven't seen any sign of that as of yet. Well, how do I get across to where I want to go? Oh, I'm going to take a shortcut. It's fine. Nobody minds. It doesn't seem to be damage to the... you don't get damage from the vehicles for bumping into stuff, which is nice. We made 30,000 essentially. Not that that is a huge amount of money. Unfortunately, that is the kind of only... Oopsie. Continue. Don't want to do that. Nope, I don't want to do the delivery job. Actually, I can just go back to the garage. So we made, 30-ish thousand on this. But it's not good enough. We're going to need to fix this up. Now, I'm kind of curious, actually. If we nick... I want to take the plate off. I want to... I'm going to get rid of all the rusty stuff, because you can't really... You can fix up. So there we go. Vehicles can be really stripped down. I mean, like, properly taken down to the frame, which is really cool. They also look like very... They look like full-on semi-slick race tyres. They do not look like normal road tyres we have on this, right? Those are some tiny little grooves. What sort of speedy delivery surface with a puny little 3-cylinder engine in here. I guess it's quite light. Anyway, things that we needed to do. So we are going to... So we can fix parts in here. I don't know I don't actually know whether it's worth, because it costs money to fix it. No, I'm not sure whether it's worth to fix it before selling it or not yet. I haven't figured that one out. But we are going to use the computer. Now, things that we need. We need a new cabin, right? Oh, we've also got to be careful. So this one's caught me out a few times. When you click something, you instantly buy it. There is sort of no confirmation. Now, it's good for kind of going through stuff quickly. You can kind of grab everything that you want, but you do have to be a little bit mindful that you don't end up buying a lot of stuff by accident. Because, yeah, there is very little confirmation. I'm not sure what the difference is. Let's go for the Bumper V4. Let's have a super aggressive looking vehicle. We needed doors. Do we need mirrors? I'm not sure whether we need mirrors. Let's get some let's get some wide. We're going for a wide body kit vehicle. Oh, I want a roof wing. Yes. So these are just parts for the car that I have at the moment. If you have a different car in the garage, you'll get different options. I don't know what the difference between a bed V2 is and a normal bed. It's got like sportier bits. Sure, let's get that. Tail lights for the V2. Fenders. Oh, we've got to get side skirts. Rear lip, yes. Right, did we get hydraulic handbrakes? Of course, that's what we need on our not very fast. Did I get? Oh, we'll go throw stuff on and see what happens. I'll eventually remember not to press escape from the menu. So we want bed V2. Put that on there. Cabin at 100%. That's what we like. Front bumper. Yes, it looks cool. It does actually look cool. Front right door, front left door. Roof wing, I want that. Not quite sure what I just put on there, but we put on something. Put on some tail lights. We can put on the door. We can put on the bars in case we roll over naturally. We've got the fenders. Oh, did I put on one of the... Okay, I'm missing a fender. We need that. Side skirts, we definitely want those. It's a sporty truck. Rear lit, look at that. It's so cool. Oh, no, didn't mean to do that. Clicked the wrong button. That on. Well, I put the license plate on. I thought I'd put the license plate on. So it might be a case of it's not quite registered. I don't know. Right, steering wheel. We have put that in. We haven't put any seats. Now, there is a way. No, that's not what we needed to do. What was the way? There was a way to... I can't remember the way to get that to have the drop-down menu with all the bits. I should have taken the bits out individually. You know what? Screw it. Sell everything. We will just buy new. We will just buy new interior for you. There was a way to do it, and I think I've taken parts off in the wrong order. Never mind. Dashboard, yes. We want that. Don't we need extra gauges? We will need that. We kind of need a grille. We don't really have one of them. Did we get headlights? Don't know. Which fender did I get? I got the right, didn't I? So I guess we'll get that. Front right. Mirrors and windows we will need. We will, I guess, need wipers as well. We'll get some seats. Should have got very sporty seats. I don't know. We definitely... Sure, let's get those. Carpets. We need carpets. Of course we do. Oh, I should have got sport. Why did I go... why did I get silly seats? No. We need full... We need full race seats. What ones do we need? Yes, I need camo in my truck. I mean... Actually, no. We're going for... We can't have orange seats if we're going to have an orange truck. I guess we'll go for... what do we want? I guess we'll go for just the standard V2 and V2. We'll go for that. That'll work for our car. Okay, so... oh, no, clicked on the wrong bit. Excuse me. Okay, dashboard is in. There we go. Look at that. It's looking much more like a truck now. Can we open that and see? Well, we can kind of open that and see the bits. It does feel... It is a slight shake, because it... As much as I, very much like this style of game, there's this little disconnect. Because we're just clicking on the parts here and installing it rather than actually doing something to install the parts. It feels just a little bit of a shame, really. I want... Can I not replace it? Let's get some carpets in. Let's put those in. Oop. Okay, don't want that. That seat there can come out. And that one could... Nope. I'm an idiot. Shush. I already know that. That one out. We want that seat in. There we go. Get rid of those. Terrible things. Terrible things. Sporty van is the way forward. I say sporty van in terms of looks. Not sporty van in terms of engine. Still a bit rubbish, really. I mean, it does look kind of mean, I'm not going to lie. It does look quite cool. Right. Now, I'm going to guess you're not going to be registered. You're not going to... Not that there's anything going to stop us from driving it around. Did I forget anything important? Let's just have a look. Oh, yeah, there's a lift we can use. There we go. If you want to lift it up, of course. I found the plate. The plate fell off. Excuse me. You. I need you. Go on the back, please. Or you can throw it on the floor. That seems perfectly... It's early access. Do remember, it is early access. That's definitely how things are supposed to go. But you can go and have a look around here. You can have a look at the axle. I mean, it says it's at like 50% condition, but honestly, it looks in pretty good nick. Can I... there we go. Let's have a look at detail in the engine. I mean, it's pristine. Look how clean it is. Look at how clean it is. And you've got all of these, individual bits. You've got the proper, like, conrods. You've got, like, the bearings and all that. So the detail is there. The detail is there. It does just feel a little bit of a shame that it's just, and then it's on again. Again, personally, it's good to be able to build stuff quickly in some regards. You can do lots of stuff without spending ages, but I think what made Street Legal and what made Car Mechanic Simulator that little bit more involving is that the build process was, well, funnily enough, required more input. And I think that's what this struggled a little bit to begin with. The basics are there, though. The basics are really, really cool. Right. Oh, little truck. We can't have you in boring colours. No. We must go and take you to the paint booth. How do I do that? Oh, I remember. So, at the moment, I've just been using this tool, which is the basically remove and replace tool. We have this, so you've got to click on this screwdriver, and now you're in like a tuning mode, so you're not going to be removing stuff, but you can tune things, although on this engine, I don't think there's very much that we can be actually tuning on it, because, it's a very basic engine. Can we tune the carb? Apparently not. Or the ignition system? No. No, we cannot. Can I get a better ignition system? Oop. Let's just have a look. I'm going to have a look if I can get any fancy... The only bit that I really seem to be seeing that we could possibly get is a camshafts. We can get a carburetor V2. Transmission, we get the transmission V2. Okay, so let's get the carb. I will at some point stop doing that. Now, can we... This is not the way you should take off a carb, but can we be sneaky and just do it from down here? Because, I'm lazy. Oh, got to click on the spanner. I remember what I'm doing. Use a toolbox, click on that, go away from the toolbox, come over here, and... Okay, we have got to take that off. Right. Also, to get the lift to go down, you've got to get it all the way to the top, and then it kind of bounces and comes down. Slightly peculiar, but... Oh dear. The thing has happened! That's how mechanics working. That'll do. It's fine. Nothing to see here. Just trying to... Woo! Okay, wait. Other idea. Why bother? I could just do that, and then that makes my life a million times easier. Who needs to deal with... I've broken things immediately. Well, I've not done this before. This is definitely not supposed to happen. Okay, so we can take that off, take off the carb, and then if we put carb V2 on it, I guess, and then we put the intake pipe back on it again, that should... So what do we have, like 29 horsepower before? Stick that on. And then we might as well... Let's just stick it on the dyno. Let's just see what it does now. I don't know whether it made any difference at all, but Oh, we've got it to 31. We'we've got 2 more horsepower. Very significant gains, right? Of course, as you get further on, you know, there are other cars that will have much more power than this to be dealing with. You can get some really cool upgrades on some of the cars. But yeah, this is a little bit more limited. It's just a starting vehicle. So we go back to the garage, and then the other thing that we can do, of course, use the toolbox, get the spray gun. You know, we've got we can't have. Oh dear, I've sunk my truck. The thing that I want is an orange truck. Now this was a bit fiddly to get it to work. There we go. Right, I want an orange truck. And then, well, we've got to go for the proper fail race style, so we've got to have orange and black. However, we got that down there. I can't quite get the side skirts very well because they appear to have fallen through the floor. I can't get my rear bumper or the bed of the truck. Alright, let's do that. Is the front? No, the front doesn't look right. Black. And I've just realised, I hope that's the right colour. Okay, it's colour matched. It's good enough. The rear bumper is going to be a little janky. Can I? Nope, I've just got sunk truck. It's fine. We're going to go back to the garage. It does seem to have fixed itself now. That's helpful. There we go. No, still not right. Something's unhappy. I've broken things trying to, I think, put the license plate on it. Before we drive it... So I'm going to go here because I don't actually know a better way of checking. So we're going to try this. I'm going to guess this isn't road legal. Oh no, it is road legal. It is still registered. Okay, that's cool. Now what I could do is I could sell it. So you might have noticed when I first got here, this thing was worth 400,000. It's now worth 800,000. If I sold this, I would have made money. I'd have 1.8 million. Would 1.8 million be enough to buy me? Ooh, I could sell. It's not registered, but I could sell it and buy one of these. That's very expensive. But you will be very pleased to know you can get rotary engines, which is good. Any game that has rotaries as an option is fun. I mean, there's another truck over here. So you've got this. Well, it's essentially an RX-3, alike there is a Civic, there is the A86 cars at the moment. They're the ones that I've come across. I think that's all there is for now, and of course the little 3-cylinder truck. But I'm sure there'll be plenty more on the way. Let us just go back, and we'll go for a little bit of a drive, shall we? Let's go take the monster for a drive. Oh dear. Okay, turns out might have broken things a little bit here. I guess we're going to do a delivery job again. I think we're going to have to do it because otherwise the game is going to be angry with me. Ooh. Tried to slow. Well, we kind of successfully slid it around the corner. You know, it could have gone worse. Can we? Like, we'll go for just a handbrake turn. Oh. Right. Guess we can... I don't know whether we get more money for doing this quicker or not, to be honest. We're going to go for it. We'll try. It's not exactly vastly improved, but it looks a lot cooler. I'll give it that. It does look a lot cooler. Can't spot the traffic particularly. Yeah, at the moment, as far as the game goes, it is early access, and we've fail raced it. It is definitely properly fail race approved. You can indeed roll. Ow. Wheels, maybe, perchance. Oh, bugger. And I think we're going to have to end the race, mostly because I got stuck. Slightly, a lot fell over. Shall we go to... I think this is the drag racing place. It's just across the road. Yeah, it's quite bare bones to start with. However, there's a lot of potential with this. There's an awful lot of potential in this. I'm really curious to see how it all essentially comes out. Because a modern version of Street Legal Racing Redline would be amazing. and this has the basics of it. We're going to do a half mile. So we can do half a mile in sub 18 seconds. We get 200,000. We are not going to be doing it in that speed. Can I jump start? No, I cannot. I would need all the advantages we can get here. But yeah, the basics are really, really cool on this. Something just twiddled around in the cab, but I don't know what it was. It is still a bit rough in places. I hope I will definitely be keeping an eye on the development. I hope to see plenty of improvement with this one because, yeah, the idea is very, very good. It looks incredibly detailed. The vehicles are cool. I said the options are cool. I do really like the idea. While it's not sort of quite fully there yet, I really like the idea of being able to like restore these wrecked cars and sell them for more money. You can kind of have that as the as the job. The racing and delivery stuff, okay, is a way to make money and whatnot, but for these games it's always the more fun part. I seem to have lost my mouse. The mouse has stopped. There's issues. I will say, to be fair to the game, I've had a lot more problems in this filming session than I've had in all the other times I've been playing it. However, yeah, it just decided it wanted to be a bit weird. Really cool ideas. Hope to see plenty of development on this one because the basics are very, very good. Always enjoy a good sort of car building and shooting and restoring sort of a game. And yeah, it's actually quite good to drive on. It's actually, the handling is very solid. I don't know about really high-end powerful stuff, but yeah, the handling is good fun to mess about with. Much better than the likes of Car Mechanic Simulator. In some ways better than Street Legal. That was always an absolute nightmare to get working. So yeah, and you can fall over, which is always important in one of these games. But there we go. That is going to be it for this video. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.